And it's Nabers again, because Slayton has a lot of advice here for Nabers. Apparently, it also includes posing based on the picture because those two were in the same exact position. So let's get into the
Reverse Superman.
Slayton says it says about Nabers, and this was comments off of Monday, by the way, with the press. He said it's a culture shock, definitely coming from the SEC. I understand. For him, you come from a big time conference, a big time program like LSU, and you're used to winning. You're used to going out there every Saturday, and he was going up and down the field and having his way out there. That definitely not how this year went for our team. Obviously, we haven't won a lot, but it's very similar for me. My rookie year, I came from a very competitive program. We won 4 games my rookie year. Hopefully, we win more than that this year. But it's just part of it. It's something he'll as he goes through it, he'll learn how to navigate it. The main thing is whenever the season does end, to having that as your first year, allow that to motivate you going forward in your career coming into the following years and not wanting it to remain the same and trying to do your best to change it going forward. I think it comes to the right place. I think it's kind of the mentality you have to some degree. If you do drop one, you can't sit there and let one drop turn into 5 because you're so worried about dropping one. Which, by the way, anybody else notice the irony of Darius Slayton giving advice about drops? Just
Yeah.
out there.
I was literally about to call that out.
Yeah, I just say it. And he says you got to get back up there and go attack the ball with the same amount of aggression the second time around. So I think it comes from the right place. At the same time, that is our job, is to catch the ball when it comes our way. So he obviously knows he has to make some of these plays. But at the end of the day, Malik has good hands. He's obviously a first-round receiver and a top receiver in college, but because he can catch the ball. So I think he has a ton of confidence. Obviously, that's what that exudes when you make a statement like that. I think it comes from the right place. But at the same time, you have to also do your best to not drop the ball, which obviously I wouldn't know. Which, by the way, he's like, hey, that's at the end. Say that about him dropping the ball. Listen, guys, that is. People wonder why I'm so hell bent on keeping Darius Slayton on this roster. Exhibit A, right there. Exhibit freaking A, B, and C and D. Like, first off, solid guy that gets 700 yards a year, no matter what. Just somehow does it. No matter what, like he'll have seasons where he doesn't even play the first 4 games, still hit 700 yards. He'll have seasons where he plays all year long, still gets 700 yards. It's almost like we should just save him for the last like 3 games. Let him have like 200 plus monster yard games basically for 3 games. He just does it. That's what he does.
It just happens.
It's the weirdest thing. But beyond the fact that he actually has talent, this is exactly what we need here. This is a statement of leadership, folks. Point blank. He said what he said. He said it in a way to kind of, not attack Nabers, but kind of correct him like, dude, you shouldn't be saying that. But then shows him support at the same exact time.
And then throws himself under the bus to show like, hey, I was there too.
Damn straight. Damn straight.
And that's like, hey, like, listen, don't say that. I get it. You should be saying that at the same time. But you need to learn from your mistakes. I did. Exhibit A.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, this is I think as well crafted a message, and for what seemed like to not be anything, by the way, rehearsed. It seemed to be like a genuine, like, here's a question, what's your answer kind of scenario. I didn't see the video of it, but that's the gist I got from what I read on it there. So if that's something came off top of his head, again, just solidifies what I've always thought about Darius Slayton. He's a good guy, he's a solid player, and he's a hell of a teammate. And guys, if we can't find room for him on our roster next year, there's something wrong with the Giants beyond what we already know, which is a lot of things.
Yeah. So at least there's a lot of things going on.
Yeah. Like I said, classic advice there. Like I said, correcting him. Yes, drops are important. Stop being an idiot. But we understand you're frustrated. We understand that you need that mentality, that dog mentality to keep going. Oh, yeah. And by the way, I used to drop the ball a lot too.
Yeah.
As good as it gets. Like, how many times have you and I sat here with a comment and gone, I would have said it this way? I feel like almost every comment that people get knocked for, including Nabers with his comments he said on Sunday.
Yeah. And this is like almost pitch perfect. Like how he's doing it. This legit sounds like off the cuff. Like, hey, this is why I gotta keep saying, because it's just straight up. He's a straight shooter.
Yep.
Like people, like you get some people out there like upset that he defends. Like he defended DJ. He defended like other players on the team. Like that's what a leader does.
Damn straight.
So
Darius Slayton for 2025. All right. Let's get into the topic we promised you guys here that I know a lot of people tuned in to see specifically here is the topic of head coaching candidates. So, guys, listen, we've already said it before. We want Dable gone. We've lost all faith in him and Shane both, basically. It's time to move on, but you got to have someone to move on from. Move on to. So we're going to give you guys a list of our potentials to replace Brian Dable this offseason. Now, again, things can change between now and then. We'll see who actually is available if and when the Giants do make a move, because obviously Rob and I, we don't make that call. We wish we did. We already made it. We'd have head coach Mike Kafka for the rest of the season right now. But we'll have to see what they do. But if they make this move, we have 5 guys here, and not the ones making burgers, but 5 guys that we think are spectacular.
Snap burgers and fries? I'm out.
Listen, I would love a 5 Guys burger and fries right now. There's one actually not far from my house. They are freaking amazing.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
God.
That's about simple.
5 Guys burgers and fries if you're need a sponsor.
If you like that clip, then you will love the full episodes too. Find us on your favorite podcast app and look for us on all your favorite social media platforms.
Thanks so much.
Please, I'm begging you.